Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Thursday, October the 1st. We're finally through with September. My name is Barry Anderson, and I am the moderator of our brand new, is it 1 week? Yeah, it's 1 week old today, our Novia Trading Room, and I think it's working out great. Again, the room is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. I do try to stick around maybe for 10 to 15 minutes afterwards, and I'm usually there about 15 minutes before 9 o'clock also. So quite a bit better day for me today personally, and I think also in the room. I think there were a lot more follow-throughs, and this was the one that made me my money today. This is ITC. Let me just yeah, I could probably still have held it. Um, Now, I don't know what's happened here because ITC came on the GBI and it was the very first one. I don't really understand why it's not showing. It's almost as if I had reloaded this window. I don't recall. Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did. I actually changed a filter, excuse me, a filter in here. When I did that, I lost everything from early on in the day. Anyway, it was a call in the room, though, live call in the room. And the actual alert on the GBI, and let's get to a 5 minute candle, and I think you'll see where it happened. Yes, right here. So there it is. There's the red candle, there's the green candle, and then the continuation down with the red candle. So that is a classic GBI 5. Okay, green bar ignored. And the trigger is right there at 3310 at the bottom of the bar. I'm sorry. It's at the bottom actually of little sluggish there. It's right there. I think it was 3311. That was the trigger. Now, luckily, by the time I saw it, it had just broken down through 33 or right at 33. So it wasn't too far away. And that's a problem with some of these, and again, I keep, saying this over and over again. But eventually the way these alerts are going to work is that we will get the same alert, but it'll happen as this bar is forming. We won't have to wait for the end of the bar to have formed. Anyway, bottom line is this is that I was able to take the short at 32.94. Don't have it marked, but I got rid of some at too quickly, obviously, but I did want to lock in some profit here at 32.83, and then I really held on. And this really collapsed well. Took some out at 32.20, right? Boy, I don't know why it's. Let me see, make sure there we go. Maybe that'll help. So 32.20, yeah, getting rid of the crosshair sync certainly helps. Well, right around here, took some out here, and then really wanted to hold on to get my dollar. And I was able to sell most of it right around here at 31.92 actually. So, from my initial short at 32.94 down to 31.94. So it was an excellent trade, not just because I made money on it, but look at this. And before I go on, I just want to disable my notifications so it doesn't interrupt us. There we go. Should have done that earlier. Sorry about that. So, but it was an excellent trade, not just because I made money on it, but because if you look at this, I mean, this is exactly what you want to see. These are 5 minute candles, and red, 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 red until you hit this one finally. And even on a 15-minute chart, which is how I really trade, I mean, just red all the way down. So really, what I term is a stress-free trade. A little bit of consolidation here, and then resumption downward. So a great stress-free trade. And the other one is AGCO. Still in this one, really hoping that this is going to pop through 44. But this came to our attention because it had the big collapse, and then we were watching to see if it would have any sort of a bounce. And I took the trade at 43. This is 43.54, and I actually sold some to lock and right on this candle here at 43.80. And then I held on all this time, really just hoping that it would pop through 44, and it did briefly. Excuse me, it went briefly through 44, but it looks like it's giving it back again. So I'm going to hold on though. I mean, the market, we still have an hour and a half left in the market, so I'm going to hold on to see what happens. And if I think it probably if it went back down through this level, I'll definitely be out of it. But this could just be a little bit of a pullback, and we might get a resumption through 44. Obviously, a nice gap to fill, and that's why I'm holding on. Of course, the market isn't strong today, though I think as we speak. I know the SPY was having a nice little rally. Yeah, the SPY was having had a nice little rally here, maybe a little pause, but definitely from here on, this was a nice little rally. Have to mention one other stock, kind of something, yeah, LCI. Um, for the longest time, we have our strategies, our AI strategies, which will, I think, we may have a beta release for everybody who has the odds maker. It may be released by Monday. So, tomorrow's Friday. So, in a couple of days, we may have a release on this for people who have the odds maker, and it will be a beta. All right. But you see, LCI was triggered as a short at $40.16. So I was watching it for a long, long, long time to see if it would, take a serious stab through 40. It just didn't do it. And then I said to the room, well, let's watch on a bounce. And in my brokerage platform, I'd actually put a buy at 42, and it was up at this level here, and it accidentally, I forgot to get rid of it and accidentally filled myself at 40.42. And on this candle, I sold some right almost immediately in the 40.70s. Didn't hold on, and look at this. I mean, it just really popped up high. I think others in the room might have taken it and held on. But that was something again, it wasn't an announcement. It was sort of an after the fact. The only reason I even know I had it is because my platform gave me that little telltale ding telling me I had bought, and I just had forgotten that I had not removed the trade. So sometimes you get lucky on these. Now, the other one that I just want to draw your attention to is this trade here. Unfortunately, I had no shares to short. 2101, the theory being that you would hold all the way till 3 o'clock. Let's see what it's doing. Remember, the alert was at 2101. 2101, and look what it did. So here's where, in fact, if I do this, it might even, we don't have this linked. No, I haven't linked. I wonder why it's not. Okay, it's just some. It should be giving me a little arrow at 2101. At any rate, again, here was the alert to short at 2101. So right there was the short entry, and look what it did afterwards, 1965. So again, unfortunately, my broker didn't have any shares to short, but this is a strategy that in theory you would hold until 3 o'clock, so another half an hour. So this certainly would have been an extraordinary winner. And the rest of them, even this LCI, I watched some of these LCI at 4016. You were supposed to short it. You wouldn't have lost. Sorry, being too quick here. It was only a 30-minute hold. And so I think at the end of that time, I think it was at 4020 or something. So no great loss there. And the rest of them did okay. In fact, Tesla did extraordinarily well. Again, the Tesla alert was at to short was at 242.25. Let me just see what Tesla is doing now. Remember 242.45. This was either well, you would have done very well. It was either a 45-minute hold or a 4-day hold. 4-day hold, of course, we won't know until 4 days, but for a 45-minute hold, it worked very, very well. The alert was at 242 and it got all the way down to 237. I don't know in 45 minutes what it did, but certainly would have given you a good profit. So very excited about these. We're just starting to add a few more. We just have to add a few more fields, I believe. A stop time, a stop price, a few other things, and I think we'll be ready to roll maybe on Monday. Don't hold me to it, but Dan came into the trading room and he basically intimated that we could have it ready by Monday. Okay, so let me just bring back AGCO, see how we're doing. Still hanging in there. So again, I will hold this. I'll sell it if it comes back down to here, but I'm going to hold it and hope that it maybe will break 44 again. All right, that's it for today. Again, I hope you're coming into the room now. We're starting to really cook in the room. It's a great, the setup is great. I mean, you can't, I mean, the other one was, it served our purpose for a year and a half or 2 years, but now this is certainly a great room to move forward in. Certainly I can share my screen all day long. We can share the charts. So it's just a lot more interactive. You have questions, I can answer them a lot more quickly than having to deal with emails. So it's really, really good. So let me just, here we are. So tomorrow is Friday. I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye bye.